Welcome. Thanks for taking a couple minutes to watch the video. Two things I want to get into here in the video. First, we're going to demo LINQPad. It is my favorite tool to write C# code. Some of the things I love about LINQPad is that every script we can put into LINQPad is a separate program, makes it easy to get things started very quickly. Another part I love about LINQPad is that I can print objects to HTML. LINQPad makes it very easy to see literally what I'm working on. It's fast, speaks for itself, and I can do constant iteration of my scripts, of my programs. It allows me to test changes very quickly. So seeing is believing. I want to show you how I used LINQPad to get a Spotify OAuth2 token and make an API call. We're going to do that here in the next couple of minutes. I've already worked on the code. We're going to bring it over bit by bit, show you how to work on it, and get you going that way. So we'll jump back over to my other query. The first thing we need to do, according to my instructions, we need to get the client ID and client secret. We need to jam those values into the HTTP basic header, getting these steps from the Spotify documentation. So let's bring these steps over here. We'll put them in the correct section. So client ID, client secret, I got these from registering an app in the Spotify developer dashboard. And that gives you the formats. It gives you some pseudocode and JavaScript, but we needed C#. And first thing I'll introduce you to about LINQPad is this dump method. This is going to take our object and print it to the output window. So let's run our script right now, and we'll see what this looks like. So we got this green title right here. We got this green title bar, and that comes from join. So what I actually did was take, hey, here's the output we're going to take, which is joining these two values together, ID and secret. We join them with a colon, and then we convert them to binary. Then we convert them to base 64. So here's what they look like before. Here's what they look like as a base 64 string. All right, so step one complete. So we're going to jump over data protection. We're going to come back to that one here at the end. So next step in here, we actually need to make the OAuth2 post call is our next step. So let's come over here. Let's grab the relevant code. We will grab the URI, and we'll come all the way down to the token. So let's grab this, and let's bring it over. And I think I grabbed a little too much. Okay, we'll move this down to deserialize. And you can see I have some red squiggly lines. LINQPad recognizes that, hey, I know what this thing is, but you don't have it loaded. You need probably a using statement. So I can, LINQPad will do that for me. So I just watch for this little window to appear. And, oh, it's telling me I have an await. I need to make my script async friendly. So I'll make a task. We'll bring in task. And then actually I'm using JSON convert Newtonsoft. So next cool feature about LinkedIn, I can add NuGet packages to my LinkedIn script. Any NuGet package, I don't know, just about any NuGet package is fair game. So I'm going to add Newtonsoft JSON to my script. I'm going to click OK, JSON convert, wait for my auto pop up because I don't learn namespaces, bring that in. Oh, OAuth token, right? We're going to do some fancy deserialization. I created a record to capture our OAuth token. So we'll bring that down here. We'll post it at the bottom, paste it at the bottom. And so let's run our script. I'm going to save this part here we're going to run it. So we're going to run our script. Here's our access token. We got back a JSON object from Spotify, gives us the access token, tells us it's a bearer token, and then it expires in 3,600 seconds. That's 1 hour. So cool. We see we got some JSON here, but this is just a string right now. This is just the string we pulled out of the response. Using Newtonsoft, I can actually feed it that JSON and get back an actual object of the type that I provide. So OAuth token object, I actually use the record type. That's a relatively newer feature in C#. And I just match the property names, the member names. I match those to the objects in the actual JSON. So now when I say deserialize, here's the dump again. Now we're actually feeding dump an object. Let's see what that looks like now. And we get this beautiful table. I can see exactly what my data looks like. This is really helpful to my brain, to my eyes, to my understanding of the data that I have available and how I can code with it. Cool. So within a few statements here, we have an OAuth token from Spotify using the client credentials flow. We're using client credentials because we are making calls on behalf of an application. Right now, just assume LINQPad is my application. There is no user, there is only an app. This is why we're using the client credentials flow. So we get in there, but let's take it a step further. Let's get a playlist because that shows up early in their docs. Let's get a playlist from Spotify. Here I already have the URI set up, and we'll bring over the relevant code. So get the playlist, and then it says print the playlist JSON. Move this statement down. All right, so here is our playlist URI. I have a new HTTP client. And this time we're using a bearer value with the access token into our authentication header. Here we make a get on the playlist, and then we get the body of the response out. And then we're going to print it out. So let's see what they send us back. And we get this big, gnarly blob of JSON coming back. And it's great. It's working. We can see that. It's hard for my eyes. It's hard for my brain to understand what in the world I am looking at, even though I know it's JSON. I know it's a JSON object representing a playlist. That's hard for me. So let's grab one more statement out of here. We're going to use another feature of, this is just another feature of Newtonsoft, JSON.NET. We can feed it JSON. We can feed it valid JSON, tell it to parse, and it's going to give us back what they call a JToken object, which is going to be a really nice object representation of our JSON, and I didn't have to provide it any types on what to do. It's going to figure that it's out for itself, and we're going to use dump again to visualize that. Run it again. Here's our gnarly JSON and LINQPad magic in combination with Newtonsoft. I get a beautiful table of all of my properties, all of the values. It does nesting. In some of these cases, you can see I have this green text. If I click the green text, it's actually another object. It continues to nest. So this is a beautiful way to explore the data I'm getting back from an API to figure out how it relates. Easier on my brain. That means I'm going to be able to iterate more quickly. It means I'm going to be able to get more stuff done. It means that I'm going to have higher quality code the first time around. So excellent. That's how we use LINQPad. That's almost the end of the example. Let's do one more LINQPad feature. This client ID, this client secret, these are values we need to protect. We should not be sharing them. We should not be giving them to anyone. We should not be putting them in source control, etc. But I have them in my script and I'm showing you. So I'll take care of that. I'm going to delete the app when we're done, so these values don't mean anything. LINQPad gives us a very handy feature to work with sensitive data. They call that the password manager. So I'm going to add a value to the password manager. I'm going to call it client ID, and I'm going to paste my value in there. And then I'm going to get the client secret value. I'm going to go back into password manager. I'm going to add client secret, paste that in there. Now, when we're doing stuff in LINQPad, they wrap a lot of helpful stuff under this util static class. One of it's get password. So I called this client ID, and I called this util get password, client secret, and I'm going to run my script one more time. Everything works. That means these values are encrypted. They are tied only to my machine. They live only in my machine. They have no relationship to my Spotify OAuth script at all. The Spotify OAuth script, this is just a text file. If I go open the folder and I go, we'll see, I'll show you this. Yes, open. This is just a text file. Every LINQPad file is just, oh, I gotta save it. Oh, rats. So if I come back in here, you can see a LINQPad file is just a text file. So these things are easy to share and extremely helpful, very friendly, great to use. This is it. This is how LINQPad gave me a way to protect my data, gave me a way to reference it in my script. This is the end of the example. I need you to go out there and I need you to go try LINQPad. If you would like, if you want to give it a try, you're going to go search, I think it's linkpad.net. You're going to go to LINQPad, you're going to download LINQPad. I'm using LINQPad 8. If you want to do the newest .NET stuff that you're seeing, you're going to get LINQPad 8, .NET 6, 7, 8. If you want to do the .NET framework stuff from back in the day, .NET 4.6, 4.7, 4.8. You want to get LINQPad 5. These are both kept up to date. They're both supported. They're both excellent tools. These are going to make you a better software developer. These are going to make you a more efficient C Sharp, VB, F Sharp, all those things. All the .NET development you're doing, LINQPad needs to be part of your tools. Good luck. Have